Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for June 14th, 2024, from the book of 1 Timothy, Public Accountability and Church Integrity. Previously, we heard Paul writing to Timothy about the importance of a fair process when dealing with accusations against church elders, which are pastors, requiring the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. This directive highlights the significant role of the pastoral office and the need to protect its integrity while ensuring accountability. Paul's instructions aims to prevent frivolous and malicious accusations, ensuring that any charge brought against elders or pastors are credible and substantiated. By following this principle, the church upholds justice and maintains trust, balancing respect for its leaders with a commitment to truth and transparency. So let's continue with the book of 1 Timothy. From 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 20. As for those who persist in sin, rebuke them in the presence of all, so that the rest may stand in fear. Now, this directive addresses how the church should handle those, including elders/pastors, who continue in unrepentant sin. The emphasis is on public accountability and correction to maintain the integrity of the church and to serve as a deterrent to others. So Paul's instructions to rebuke persistent sinners publicly is rooted in a concern for the health and purity of the church. Persistent in sin, especially without confession and absolution, indicates a hardened heart and a disregard for the changing power of the gospel. This is not merely a private failing, but a public stance that can harm the entire community. The pastoral office is highly esteemed within the church, entrusted with the spiritual well-being of the congregation, and elders and pastors are expected to live exemplary lives, modeling the teachings of Christ. And when they persist in sin, it really undermines the credibility and the church's witness. Public rebuke, therefore, serves as a necessary corrective to restore integrity and trust. So Paul's directive ensures that accusations are not ignored, but are addressed transparently. Public rebuke is a form of church discipline that underscores the seriousness of persistent sin. It's not about shaming for the sake of punishment, but about calling the sinner to repentance and demonstrating that the church does not tolerate unrepentant behavior, particularly from its leaders, its pastors and elders. So when individuals persist in sin without confession and absolution, it can appear as though they are boasting about their sinfulness. And this attitude is dangerous, as it leads other people astray, suggesting that such behavior is acceptable within the Christian church. Public rebuke serves to counteract this by clearly stating that persistent sin is not only unacceptable, but also subject to correction. So Paul's mention of fear indicates a reverent fear of God and a respect for the church's standards. Public rebuke serves as a powerful reminder to the congregation and the seriousness of sin and the importance of maintaining a lifestyle consistent with Christian teaching. It fosters a community where accountability is upheld and the fear of God motivates righteous living. So Paul's approach also serves to protect the church from internal and external attacks by Satan. Persistent sin within the church provides a foothold for Satan to sow discord and disunity. By addressing sin openly and decisively, the church can guard against these attacks, maintaining its integrity and witness. God's peace and many blessings be with you, and thank you for listening. And please take an opportunity to share this message with others. If you have enjoyed these daily devotions, please consider making a donation to Peace Lutheran Church, 24024 West Main Street, Plainfield, Illinois, 60544. Thank you again for listening.